Alright, another day, going to look at a few potential Mustang buys, and got my co-pilot, Mr. Awesome, with me.
Hey, how's it going?
And beautiful fall colors, but not so beautiful rain, that's fine. And first car we're going to go take a look at is a 91 GT Convertible. That got a little too close to a fire. Now I'm not 100% sure what happened. I know the car itself wasn't the cause of the fire. Sounds like there was something in the garage or something above that was burning and fell onto the convertible top of the car and ended up, well, damaging the whole top and melting the interior, so on and so forth. But the body and drivetrain, everything else is supposed to be in pretty good shape. I saw a few pictures, but of course it's hard to tell until you see something in person. So we're gonna go take a look at that, and not 100% sure what the title situation is gonna be with that car. I guess the guy's still fighting with his insurance company, so we'll see what the branding comes back like. Hopefully it's something that can be put back together if we strike a deal. I am no stranger to burnt cars, as the 92 BMW AC Schnitzer was actually a vehicle that had caught fire and I put back together. So I'm gonna go take a look at that, and then gonna go and stop by and leave some random notes on two Foxbodies that I've scoped out. One of them I actually drove past before, and nobody was home, so since we're in the area, gonna go and leave a note for that one. And then there's another little LX hatchback sitting in someone's yard that looks like it hasn't moved in quite a long time. So you never know, right? It's all about putting your feelers out there, and if you don't strike a deal that day, maybe they call you up in 6 months, a year, 2 years, or as you guys have seen, sometimes it takes 3 years for a seller to come around and finally sell something to me. So we'll finish the rest of our journey here and check out this convertible.
The battery's good, finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love the shovel and the broom. I saw that in a few of the pictures.
Well, because we were going to clean that out, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way, think about it though, like I don't know how good you got any light, but like.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was actually wondering, if the computer would have got it.
Look at the floors, right?
Yeah.
Well, you saw the pictures. It was meant for this.
Yeah, it was a beautiful car, man.
Yeah. So my plan.
So what happened again?
We had a compressor in my garage,
Okay.
right over top of this.
Yeah.
So it caught on fire. The garage roof caught on fire, and the compressor fell down and landed in this.
Oh.
And burned the interior. The whole house ended up burning. But this was.
Sorry to hear, man.
Yeah. Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, morning, guys.
He's just filming the car. Is that okay?
What's that?
He's okay if he films the car. I told him not doing outside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, please. Just keep it to the car.
Yeah, no worries.
Look here. Like it's,
Man, what a shame.
you're telling me.
I guess it's just the car, like the house and everything else is
Yeah.
even more of a shame.
Yeah. I mean, this will start if I had an ignition that could turn.
Wow.
It ran great. There's no rust on this car anywhere.
So how long have you had the car?
Fuck.
Long time? Like,
Since
did you do
9
all like the cleanup and the detailing?
Yeah, my buddy
and
bought
all
it
that
new,
stuff?
and I bought it from him. So I've had it since
Oh, so you're the second owner.
3 years old.
Jeez.
I've had it over 20 years. 25 maybe? 20? Something like that. 22? I remember. First wife.
The Canadian Cobra.
Trying to forget that part of life.
Well, my wife said to me, "You buy that fucking car, we're done." And, next
And
thing
you
she did,
bought it.
She heard a rumble. We were done about 3 months later. So, because I always wanted it when my buddy bought it. So he bought it, then it was in the Blue Jay parade.
How many K are on it?
It was in the Blue Jay parade.
Yeah, 120,000.
Yeah.
So my plan, if I had another week, because my buddy, Jeremy knows him, my body shop guy who redid that truck.
Yeah.
He said, we'll tow it to his place. He says, we'll pull everything out of it. We'll pull the dash out, take the windshield off. We'll pressure wash it, clean it out. So when someone like you came and looked at it,
Yeah.
it would be an empty, clean shell.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, once I get all this shit out of it, that's what it'll be. There's no structural damage at all to it.
So is the door glass shattered out of it? Or is it in, or?
It should be in.
Oh no, it's in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, windows were down and the roof was down in the garage, which is part of my problem.
So these guys are gone. The rear ones, the shark fins.
Yeah, well, they're probably black as hell. Yeah.
Tighten up the screws. God damn it. Put that in the bloopers. Alright, first stop is finished, and had a little bit of a twist at the end. I wish the camera was on. Long story short, the guy who owns the place that the car was sitting at, oh, that's a nice house. Yeah. Alright, back to the story. So, the guy clearly runs a little bit of storage business in the winter for us people up here with 4 seasons, and we put our cars away, and he's like, oh, look underneath the cover over there, there's another Foxbody sitting. And I didn't want to get too excited about it, but I couldn't help myself, and I was so excited that, you know, I didn't have the camera on, which I probably shouldn't. So long story short, there is a widow that owns the car, and as I kept pulling the cover back, I was looking at the quarter glass to determine if it was a coupe or a hatch, and it ended up being a coupe. Beautiful paint on it, almost looked like a purple or a brandy wine, something like that. But got the lady's number who owns it. Need to try and get a hold of her. Of course, I called her right there on the spot and went straight to voicemail, and there was no room left in the inbox, so gonna have to get creative and hunt that one down, and hopefully if we make a deal for the convertible, then maybe we can pick up both cars. So now we're off to leave notes on some other Foxes. Alright, so struck out on car number 2. Oh, look at this coming down the road. That's convenient. I actually know that license plate. I think he's a member in one of the local forums. Anyways, yeah, car number 2, unfortunately, was a no-go, and it was actually one that I had spotted earlier in the year. I got a little video of looking at that car. It would have been for parts regardless, so I can throw up a flashback on that one. What do we got there? That to me looks like Foxbody in the wild. Well, we found the car, folks. It's kind of off the road a little bit. Been cutting grass around it. Looks like we got a red on red type situation. Behind me is a random Foxbody coupe that I actually saw posted by Northern Foxbodies on Instagram, and I reached out to him because it wasn't too far from where I stay when I'm in Canada. So he gave me the location. I think it's moved since the picture that he posted, and yeah, they actually have this cool old Fargo in the back here, and yeah, so it looked super clean in the picture that he posted. Now upon closer inspection, this looks like it was an old little drag car, but she's in rough shape, folks. You can see, you know, the hood's blown up at some point and been filled with some filler. The frame rails are just absolutely toast. Looks like somebody has already tried to weld patches in at one point, and the back side of those plates aren't even welded. So I think this car has had a better life, unfortunately. But I found it. I can say I managed to take a look at it. You know, you never want to miss out on a potential opportunity. It's always worth pulling over and stopping by and seeing if something's potentially worth saving. Unfortunately, this car just isn't one of them. So now on this one, somewhere along here, we are. I have to put a note on that one. Looks kind of shady. What do you think? Pretty shady spot, huh?
We've left some notes on shadier spots. Some that you couldn't even tell where the driveway was. Like whose house was who.
Yeah.
So.
But this car actually looks like it's a dumpster. We'll write a little note here. All right. Let's roll up. I don't even think I can get in their driveway. Looks dangerous. Should I dare knock on the door? You could try. Oh man, that's so shady looking. Here. I'll knock on the door. Automatic. Gray interior. Yeah. Hoarders. Definitely hoarders.